So here I have a perfect shot with cannon, and I'm trying to take it, but I am not firing because once your gear is down in the F-15, your cannon will not fire, no matter how hard you squeeze the trigger. Hey everybody, Plasma 1945 in the cockpit of an F-15 Eagle, taking off on growling sidewinder to go and stand up for the blue team. And again, I only do this whenever the blue team is at a disadvantage, and they definitely were. This was a case of Grim Reaper's assault. There was, I think, 4 or 5 Grim Reapers, all flying F-16s on the red side, my favorite side, against the blue team and pretty much owning them. So, as any self-respecting target, because that's really what I became, I wanted to stand up for the blue team and get a little bit more help to them. So, grabbed an F-15. First I was flying out of Beslan, got a few kills there. I think I had 4 in the previous video, you can check it out. And in this one, I took off in a hurry in a QRF F-15 to try to intercept a flight of 4 or 5 planes that were heading towards Kutaisi. Now, it was a bit of a unsuccessful flight. Yes, it's another unsuccessful flight. And I know in the comments you're going to say, well, why aren't you flying red planes all the time if you're so unsuccessful in blue planes? But my answer is you got to mix it up sometimes, and I do like flying the F-15 Eagle because it is such a smooth ride. You don't need to trim, you don't need to do anything, you just need to fly it. Now, the reason this flight's unsuccessful is because of either me forgetting to, or my controller not registering the input, or my gear being jammed. So if you look at the external views, which I of course did not see, I try not to use external views when I'm flying because of realism and being able to basically just be as make it as immersive as possible. I didn't realize that my gear was not up, and as a result, my cannon is not going to work. So here we go. I'm engaging the first set of planes. It's a F-16, aim 120 out on the trailer, and on the lead, the trailer's hit. It is Grim Reaper Andras. He is down. I think I'm saying his name right. Now, tight formation, his lead is pulling away. My missiles are trying to get that second plane, and he is evasive, using terrain for cover really effectively, and also using the speed of the F-16 to really extend from my Eagle. Now, I could have probably caught up to him, but I did not know that my gear was down. Very sharp turns. My aerodynamic qualities are terrible. There we go. My second to last missile is on its way. Look at that gear just hanging out there. Let me know if you are as accident prone as I am and not bringing up my gear. I've done that a few times. So maybe this was an oversight on my part. Usually this only happens to me if I scramble, as I did in this case. And check that out. Another F-16s here too. There's actually 2 F-16s, 3 F-16s in tight formation all around me. These are all Grim Reapers. I don't know if they realized at this point that I was a moron with my gear down, or if they were just confused why the F-15 was maneuvering so effectively, because the gear down really gave me some interesting aircraft capabilities. So here I have a perfect shot with cannon, and I'm trying to take it, but I am not firing because once your gear is down in the F-15, your cannon will not fire, no matter how hard you squeeze the trigger. Missile override, you can put it in fire, but cannons will not fire on an F-15 if your gear is down. Keeping him in the HUD, I mean, there was about 3 or 4 really great shot opportunities, especially when they were really tight on me. But of course, gear down, won't fire. So I'm staying on him. I think at this point I actually typed into the chat saying that can't bring up my gear, my guns won't fire. But do I want to give up? Absolutely not. I'm going to get back in there. At this point I was like, okay, I could either try to land, but there's 3 planes here, they're going to gun me down, or I might go for a Fox 5 and try to go for a collision. There you go, another F-16's passing right in front of me. Again, great gun opportunity, and actually, don't worry about it, you're going to get some guns revenge on the Grim Reapers in just a second here. So far I've got 1 Grim Reaper down. They're maneuvering all around me. I pick up another plane inbound. I can tell by the smoke it is an F-14 Tomcat, also from the red team. And it's actually being flown by a couple of my own squad mates, Burner and Flanker. So I'm like, alright, well, I might as well let you guys kill me instead of the Grim Reapers, because I don't think I'm going to make it back. So I go inverted, drop some flares for them to get attention. Go, hey guys, I'm right here. Kill me now. Another merge. And at this point I lose all my energy. going upside down, no chance to recover, and here comes the ground. Alright, round 1, chalk it up to stupidity, because I think that's what it was. I think I forgot to bring up my gear. I don't think it was a technical issue. So I'm going to leave it at that. Alright, second takeoff, I want my revenge. The Green Reapers have been pushed back, but they have taken off and they're probably coming again, because I can see a whole crap ton of F-16 on my RWR. Now the RWR is the round indicator on the right top side of the HUD in the F-15. I tested out my guns, made sure that they were working, and if you saw that flying over my plane, that was the Hawk battery launching at guys who are right in the hills outside of our base. So the blue team is definitely getting overwhelmed. It's never a good thing for them to be overwhelmed. It's just absolutely unfair. And so I get into the hills and I go on a patrol. I've been flying for about 15 minutes now. My fuel's getting a bit low, and I still have 3 AIM-120s and 2 AIM-9s. Green Reaper takes one of the blue team right above me. I pop up, get a lock, and hold on to it, and send an AIM-120 after him. He's high up, he's got no chance to use terrain for cover, and there's a splash. Ground speed is down. Maintaining course because I've already picked up another hostile. Fairly close. This hostile is in a cold profile, running away from me, hiding in the hills right in front of me. But very, very close. Again, waiting for that shot. As you can see my positioning, I'm trying to stay high above the hills. This way I shoot down into the hills. It will decrease the chance for my missile hitting a mountaintop. Let's see if that works. Fox 3, and I wasn't quite high enough, so he was able to use the terrain for cover. Reacquire him again. He's running right above the ground, nape of the earth, as they say. F-16 is quite maneuverable, so you can definitely pull that off. My job is to stick on him. I'm down to 2 heaters. I made one 121 heater. There you go. That was my last missile. How lucky can you get? He's evaded it. Now, good thing I tested out my guns, because I'm in a situation to use my guns. So one Grim Reaper has been splashed, ground speed, and I've got one more in front of me. There we go. This is now this is all about skill here. He knows I'm on a 6. Now, I don't know if he has a friend with him, because I do fly in excellently organized formations, but pulling in right behind him, trying to stand him, almost blacking out on that turn, pulling through as hard as I can. Just as I come through, I spot in my HUD that he has reversed. There's a reverse. That was a mistake. Shots fired, and Dagiri does not need a wing. In all honor and respect for the Grim Reapers, I pop my flares. Feeling pretty good about myself. That's 2 Grim Reapers down. And there you have some 20mm cannon from another Grim Reaper that takes me down. Always watch your 6 even when you think you've got them all.